Hi, so welcome back to part 2 of making my granddaughter's baby blanket. So I ended up cutting off all of the excess fabric that did not line up with each other. What that's going to do, I don't know, but it wasn't a lot. It was at the most maybe 3/4 of an inch at one part, and then maybe just a sliver on another part. So I sat down with my sewing machine and I did a few test runs. So I'm hoping that it will go well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start and just see what happens. So I have this all lined up. I'm going to lower the foot of the sewing machine, take out my pin, and here we go. Okay, so I'm going to try to finish this one side and then I'll bring you back. Alright, so I ran into my first problem. I was sewing along and then I realized that I'm not sewing it together in about maybe 6 inches here. So I'm going to cut this thread off and I'm going to go back and pin this and line it back up and see if I can get that fixed. Okay? Finish that one side. Let me pull it out and see what it looks like. It's looking like it's all sewed together. It's not the straightest of line, but that should be hidden under the bias tape. So it looks good actually. Proud of myself. Alright, well, I'm going to flip this over and then I will start doing another side. I don't know if when you finish a corner, if you just keep running it off, which is what I did, or if you just let up on the pedal, lift the foot, and then turn it. I guess you could do that too. If you know, you can let me know in the comments because I'm not really sure about that. But I guess until I know better, I'm just going to run it off because again, my hope is it'll be covered with the bias tape, but I guess I need to know that for the bias tape, so I'll have to look that up and see. But I'm going to start on side number 2 and see how that goes for me. think this is going to be super cozy. Okay, so I'm about to finish the edge of this I think what I'm going to do, instead of running it off, I think I'm going to try to turn it and just to experiment and see how that turns out. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's see. Lift the foot, turn. Nope, not doing that. I'm going to run it off. That is way too complicated. I don't even know if that was right or not. So here we go. All right. Almost completing the third side. I'm surprised how fast this is sewing. As I'm getting more confident with my foot pedal, I guess I'm sewing faster. Bunching here. Just try to lay it flat and I'll run it off. Okay. Lift up the foot and pull it out and snip it off. So now I'm going to make sure that this is all sewed. This must have been the one that I had a lot of odd where it was really uneven, the fabrics, because it doesn't look as neat as the other sides, but it looks okay. I think it'll do the job. Got some extra here I'm going to snip off. So I've done 3 sides, and it feels so cozy already. I'm so excited. So now I'm going to flip it around and do the third. Okay, so I'm starting on my 4th side of sewing it together, and I'm really shocked at how fast this has come together. I thought it would take me days and days, but apparently not. But so far I'm very pleased. We'll see what it looks like once I get my 4th side together. Hopefully I have no big bumps and gaps and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to get started on that, and I'll bring you back. I don't know how to avoid that like bunching up. I don't know if it's because it's so thick or what, but just doing the best I can. There, let's see. I guess nothing. I felt like it was sewing in the same place a lot, but I guess not. Okay, let's keep going. I guess it just keeps okay. I'm finishing up this fourth side, but as I get closer to the end, it's bunching more and more. So I'm really worried about what it's going to do at the very end. So I'm just going to try, maybe take it slow, I guess. We'll see. There it goes, bunching again. Try it again. Yeah, it's gonna have a big bunch at the end, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of double the fabric over so that maybe it'll be hidden with the bias tape. That's the only thing I can think of to do, so that's what I'm going to do. All right, I'm finishing it up. Okay. And okay, let me check this side. Ooh, that is really close. Some of the places didn't even get sewed. Wonder if I should go over that again. Looks like it's all sewed up here. It's just like the part that kept bunching up. I think I should probably go over that again. Maybe go over it on this side because the fabric is shorter. I don't know if you can see that right here. It's hardly even stitched. Well, let's see. Stitched. Well, I don't know. Maybe it is stitched. There's like 1.5 inches right here that didn't stitch. So I wonder if I should run that through again. What do you think? I think I'm going to give it a try and see. Okay, let's see. Let me find it. There it is. Close that down. Run it through. And I don't know if that's correct, if that's what you do when you sew, but I didn't know what else to do. And there, it sewed it shut, so I think the rest of it is sewn. So here is the blanket all sewed up. Here's the back side. So now I just got to do some research on what I should do for the bias. So this is the bias tape. And I'm assuming you just, oh, yeah, I don't know. Oh, I see. So it has these open parts and then the folds, so I'm assuming you just fold it around the edge of the blanket, and then that's going to take some time. All right, well, this is the end of part 2, and I'll bring you back to part 3 when I feel confident enough to start sewing on my bias tape.